Hello everyone, welcome back to this game. My name is Draygone the Willem Fuzzbottom Jr. and these are some of my patrons. Snow Kieran, Hidaru, Theo Vellum, and a special thanks to my special sponsor, Lit Dragon. When we last left off, I said that we would be going to rescue Princess Zelda today. But in actuality, that is not the case. In actuality, we are going to be going after that really powerful weapon that I said I was going to be saving for later. Now, I know I said at the end of the last episode that I didn't want to get it yet because it might make these weapons irrelevant. But I practiced the next dungeon where Princess Zelda is being held, and as it turns out, the boss there is really tough. With my current sword, I cannot beat that boss without magic. And if I run out of magic, well, I'm screwed. So today we actually are going to be going after that really nice weapon, just for the sake of insurance. Along with that, we're going to do some other exploration as well. In fact, this is the final exploration episode. Hopefully. Like I said, there's entirely possible that there might have been some hidden room with money that I should totally be going after, but I didn't because I didn't think of it. I would ask you guys to let me know if there's hidden treasures that I missed, but I don't really trust y'all to do that, and I will explain why when it becomes a little bit more relevant. But first, I just took some damage, so I'm going to go ahead and head into this cave right here, get out my hook shot, and make my way across here. And we find some fairies. That's really all that is in here, but I wanted to point it out anyway because we haven't been in here yet with the hook shot. And now we have. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and make our way to the teleporter down this way, so we can get ourselves into the dark world. And in fact, we're pretty much going to be going back to the top of the mountain, so let's just skip ahead. Okay, so here we are at the top of Death Mountain. We're going to go ahead and head right in here. We've already been in here before. I found a piece of heart across an invisible bridge here. However, the first time I came to this place, I did not have a hook shot. Now I do. So let's go ahead and explore this area properly. So there's nothing really that important here. This is... oh, nuts. This is going to be kind of difficult walking around these skulls without falling into the holes. This is mostly for treasure. In fact, it's only for treasure. I'm at least getting this treasure. So from here I go this way. Grab that. Make my way across here. Get rid of you before you become a pain. Or I could just somehow hook onto the treasure chest. Sure. There's another 50 rupees. I can go ahead and toss these away once I'm done using them. You really don't need to be there. Go, Mr. B! Good B. Now we can hookshot our way back across here. Go ahead and toss that away. Make our way here, and there's the last of the money. So from here, I just need to make my way back over here, and then grab some more treasure under these skulls, of course. And now we're done with this place. So with that out of the way, gonna go ahead and teleport to the light world. Actually, first I'm gonna point out that platform down there. Currently, we cannot reach that platform. The only way to reach it is through the next dungeon, which obviously we're not doing today, so we're not going there. When I go through here, though, in the next episode, I'm gonna have to remember to use the magic mirror right down there, because down there is where the last heart piece is going to be. But that'll be next time. For now, I want to go ahead and get off of this mountain. Now, unfortunately, there's no teleport over to the sanctuary, so I'm going to have to kind of go there the long way. So I guess the closest I can teleport is through Kakariko. And as long as we're here, we got a heart piece to take care of. Now, I really wish I had a bigger audience than I do. Because if I had a bigger audience, surely somebody would have pointed out that I missed this breakable wall way back in episode 2 of this Let's Play. But nope, never happened. As it turns out, there was a heart piece in here the entire time. Okay, so here I am back at the sanctuary now. I'm gonna go ahead and head inside and also walk back outside to kind of set things up for an interesting... Well, it's not really a glitch so much as it is a failsafe. So we're going to go ahead and make our way over this way and deal with some guys along the way so that they're not being a problem along the way. I want to say I want to come right here. Yeah, this'll do. Okay, so there's a trick here. I'm going to want to dash into these trees. And then I'm going to want to start my dash, but before the dash happens, I'm going to want to turn around. I want to explain that right now, because if I explain it while dealing with those birds, I'm probably going to fail. So, dash into the trees, bounce off, hold the dash and turn around. And what that should have done is kind of sort of misplace my coordinates a little bit on the map. I basically just confused the game because I transitioned from one map to another right at the very edge of the map, when you're only supposed to transition when you're kind of sort of close to the edge of the map. And because I did this, the next time I go into a room, for example, this room right here, it's going to not know where I'm supposed to be teleporting to, and so as a failsafe, it'll bring me to the Chris Houlihan room. I think that's his name. Now, the good news is, we got a lot of money here. The bad news is, I'm gonna easily hit 999 in this room. The worst news is, Ryusuta decided to remove the tablet that gave credit to Chris Houlihan. In case you're not aware, Chris Houlihan entered a contest in a magazine called Nintendo Power to make a secret appearance in this game, and he won. And what Nintendo did is they created this failsafe room for when the game doesn't know where to teleport you to. Oh gosh darn it. So long story short, there's supposed to be a tablet here where Chris Houlihan says something like, "This is my secret room, don't tell anybody." But Ryusuta apparently removed this tablet to save on memory to add dialogue about Link being a rabbit. That's actually kind of a shame. Oh, and by the way, you wind up outside of Link's house. But yeah, that's definitely a bit of a shame, because I mean, I can understand getting rid of the hint tablets in the dungeons, because obviously if you're playing a Romhack of this game, you're not going to need those hints. You already know the game well enough that you'd play a Romhack. But the Chris Houlihan room is a neat secret, and I really think the little secret tablet there should have been kept. Now then, looking over my notes here. Not the mirror. The flute. We're going to go ahead and head back towards Kakariko. And from there, we're going to go into the woods to teleport to the Dark World. Okay, so here we are in the Dark World. I'm going to go ahead and stop at this fortune teller real quick. I meant to turn to my left. Just for that, I'm going to grab a fairy. There. Screw you. And of course now he drops a heart. So, Mr. Fortune Teller, it is at last time to get the information that is actually relevant to things I'm about to do. You will buy a new kind of bomb in the bomb shop. And while we're here, he's taking my money. In hindsight, I probably should have visited the fortune teller on the way to performing the glitch because, well, then maybe I wouldn't have maxed out my money. What else do you have to say, good old fortune teller? You will find something inside the pyramid of the Dark World. Title drop. We'll be going to the pyramid shortly, but before we go to the pyramid, there is one more thing that I'm pretty sure is just one more thing that we need to do. Look over my notes again. Fortune teller. Yeah, just the one more thing. Hold on a sec. Oh, Mr. B, can you take care of these guys real quick? No, not that guy. Yeah, those guys. Oh gosh. Well, come here, Mr. B. Come here, Mr. B. He's going to attack somebody and then fly off, isn't he? Nope, he came back. Yay! That was scary. I don't want to lose you yet, Mr. B. You're going to be helpful in one room of the next dungeon. Of course that guy respawned. I'll give a piece of heart to the person who wears the cape. So, this sign kind of confused me the first time I came through here, because I went into this dungeon room here, and it turned out that I didn't need the cape, I needed the hookshot. But, as it turns out, you actually do need the cape. And the hookshot. I imagine they just don't mention the hookshot because under normal circumstances, you would reach the dungeon that has the hookshot along the way to coming to this place. So, there's the use of the hookshot. I'm gonna go ahead and grab what's under these. A little bit more money, of course. And here's why we need the magic cape. It is the only way we can get through this bumper without bouncing off of it. Even if you use the cane of Burna, you'll bounce off of it. But now that we're through here, we can go ahead and get this heart piece. And that just leaves one more heart piece. And that heart piece, of course, is the one that we can't access without going through the next dungeon. Now then, back to the light world. We're doing a whole lot of teleporting in this episode, but it's somewhat necessary. At least for convenience sake. I probably could manage this without going back and forth between the light and dark worlds, but, well, it's quicker just to teleport and fast travel with the bird. Definitely a shame that you can't use the bird in the dark world. I'm pretty sure you can't use the bird in the dark world. I should probably double check because I keep saying that and it would be really dumb if it turned out that I was wrong. So, just in case, let's go ahead and see if I can summon Mr. Bird. Nope. No bird. So, the ocarina only works in the light world. We'll definitely have to keep that in mind. Now then, here we are at the Dark World Bomb Shop. And if we head inside here, we will find that finally, this bomb has appeared. This bomb only appears once you have beaten level 5 and 6. Do you have anything to say about this new bomb? 100 rupees for 30 bombs. I also have a new super bomb in stock for only 100 rupees. Please buy it too, mister. Well, glad I'm spending money. Thank you very much. You can drop this bomb off anywhere. Press the A button. Please don't forget it. Okay, so this is not an inventory item. Rather, it's very similar to an item that we found some episodes back. You remember when I found that treasure chest and I had to drag it to a locksmith? This is pretty much the same situation. It follows you, and if you try running, you'll leave it behind. In fact, if you try running, that's what sets it off. Now, I'm a little curious, and since I have the money, I'm going to fulfill that curiousness. Something like that. Can I drop off the ledge? No. That does not work. It's a good thing I got the money then, because I can just go ahead and buy another one of these. So, no running, no dropping off ledges. We're actually going to have to make sure we carry this all the way to where we want. I'm also a little curious if you lose the bomb if you get hit by an enemy, but you know what? We're not going to experiment with that. I'd rather keep my energy beam. So we are on our way to the Great Pyramid. I think it's called the Great Pyramid. I'd have to look it up to be certain, but I'm fairly confident it's the Great Pyramid. Or maybe Pyramid of Power. Could also be that. But there's a cracked wall on the pyramid here. We saw it a long time ago, but our dinky regular bombs could not open it. However, with this super bomb, we can. So we'll just go ahead and set it down. I'll go ahead and kill this enemy for funsies. There's also a opening in the wall over there, but we can't actually reach it for a while. And actually, it would be preferred that we don't reach it. You'll have to trust me on that. Now then, here we are in a fairy fountain. There's gonna be something I'm gonna wanna maybe do. No, I'll just tell you what it is. It's actually possible to refill these bottles at the fairy fountains in this game. Either this one or the one where I upgraded my boomerang. And they'll fill it up with, I want to say, a regular magic potion. Which is obviously not as good as the cure-all medicine, so that's why I'm telling you about it and not showing it. What I am going to show is how to upgrade your stuff. So first things first. This works exactly like the one where you threw in your boomerang to get a boom... I did not want to throw that in yet. Pretend that didn't happen. Instead, I want to start with your sword. Eventually, there it is. Hello there, did you drop this? Yes. What an honest little creature. I will give you something better in return. And we got some sort of sword. Your sword is at maximum strength. It radiates with uncompromising beauty and power. Indeed. So, now we have the most powerful sword in the game. I'm a little curious if it's powerful enough to actually damage enemies with its beam better. We'll go back in there momentarily, but first I want to try this out. No, your energy beam is still at level 1. That's too bad. It's interesting to think, though, that the Master Sword, the legendary Bane of Evil, is actually the second weakest sword in the game. You have your original sword, you have the Master Sword, you have the Carrot Sword, and now you have this sword. Which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be a golden sword. But Ryusuta has changed most of the swords in this game. I mean, I think the regular sword is the normal color, but the Master Sword, which is supposed to be blue, she changed it to red. And then the upgraded Master Sword is supposed to be red, but instead it was changed to a Carrot Sword. And then this sword, which is supposed to be golden, is kind of silver, I guess? Not silver, more like white, holy, something? I don't know. Well, anyway, now we really want to throw in our bow and arrow. Hello there. Did you drop this? Yes. You are an honest person. I like you. I will give you something important. These are the silver arrows. to give Ganon his last moment, you definitely need them. I know I don't quite have the figure of a fairy. Ganon's cruel power is to blame. I feel like I should comment on this, but I'm not entirely sure what to say about it. Whatever. You must defeat Ganon. And with that, these are the silver arrows you need to defeat Ganon. You cannot, absolutely cannot defeat Ganon without these silver arrows. So, cool. We got more powerful bow and arrows. Or I assume they're more powerful. Let's try them out real quick. Stop. Thank you. So, killed it in one hit. Is that normal though? Let's try another enemy. Let's try you guys. Oh gosh, yep, that is definitely more powerful. That is... wow. Did not expect that. Unless these guys always went down in one hit, but I highly doubt that. Yeah, these are awesome. Wow. Think I'm going to be taking advantage of this in the next dungeon. Well, with that out of the way, there's another thing that I want to try to do. I want to try to warp into the warp of the light world. Nope, missed it. No, wait, I did it. Cool. So that's kind of funny. Also funny is I somehow teleported in just the right spot to wind up here. So the reason I'm back in the light world is, well, there's a couple of reasons. Like I said last time, eventually we're going to be rescuing Princess Zelda, and the easiest way to reach the next dungeon is from the light world. But besides that, I want to go back to the fortune teller, because now that we have completed the bomb quest, I'm curious what the fortune teller is going to have to say next. And I want to spend my money. You will run into a barrier if you try to enter Ganon's tower. Well, yeah, that is definitely true. I'm pretty sure I walked by Ganon's tower in a previous episode. It was all glowy and stuff, and we had no way in. So, you normally have 2 tips. Do you have 2 tips now? You will need silver arrows to kill Ganon. Well, that's pretty much it then. I'm pretty sure that's it. So, with that in mind, down at the bottom of the screen, wow, my voice did a thing there. Down at the bottom of the screen is all of my patrons, and next time, for real, we are going to rescue Princess Zelda. I'll see ya then.